Hey, what's up? I am Sam, and welcome to my Origami Dojo. Today, we are going to be making a traditional Tato, a Japanese envelope that can be unfolded and refolded as needed. Okay, so let's begin with a square of origami paper, although any square would work, actually. So we'll start by folding in half in all directions, horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. So we'll start with one of the diagonals. Take that bottom tip and fold it up to the top point, which is just out of frame, almost out of frame, and crease. Then let's unfold, and we'll do the same with the other diagonal. Just rotate it around and take the bottom point to meet the top. And pull down and crease. And let's unfold, and we'll rotate slightly, and we want to fold it in half horizontally this time. So we'll take this bottom edge here, fold it up to the top edge, line it up carefully, and crease. Then we'll unfold, rotate around, take the bottom edge and fold it up to the top again, and crease. And once we have all that done, what we want to do is unfold and rotate so that one of the points is facing you. Now what we want to do is fold one half of a fish base on this bottom area here, or just fold a rabbit ear. So to do that, we'll take this diagonal edge, fold it up to the center crease, and crease sharply, like this. Then we'll unfold, and we'll do the same thing here. Just take this edge, fold it up to that center crease there. And once we have it in place, let's crease. Now what we want to do is lift this flap up and just fold this flap back the way it was. So bring that one back in, and we have this flap sticking up here. So let's take it, and I'm just going to fold it over to lie along this edge, although you could fold it the other way if you want. Once we have that, let's rotate around. Then we're going to take this bottom edge here and fold it up to that center line. And we're basically going to repeat the process on this side. So let's take this edge here, fold it up to that center line, crease. Then we're going to take this flap, refold it, take this one, and fold it over. And there we go, these two flaps should be pointing in the opposite direction. Now once we have that, let's unfold those, and rotate down to a fresh corner of the paper, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to fold another fish base. So, I'm going to go through it only briefly this time, since I've already showed you this twice before. Take the bottom edge, fold it up to the center, and crease, then unfold. And we'll take this edge and also fold it up to that center line, and crease. Then again, just lift this flap up, and flatten. Rotate around, take this bottom edge, fold it up, crease, unfold, do the same thing one more time, just take that edge up to that crease there, crease sharply, lift this flap up again one more time, and fold it over. And now once we have that, let's unfold. Okay, so now what we want to do is collapse along existing creases. So to do that, we're going to take this flap here, and just fold it up, but we only want to crease, or we only want to fold up to this diagonal line here. Then we want to take this mountain fold here and fold it over so that the paper also folds along this crease here, and that there's this tiny little rabbit ear here, this tiny flap sticking up. Then we want to just fold it over to the left, or the same direction that we folded over the other flaps. Then once we have that, let's unfold, and we're going to do that same thing on the other four edges. So we're going to rotate around. We're going to find this diagonal fold here, or not really diagonal, but this crease here, and we're just going to fold it up, then find this mountain fold, Just lift that up, and then fold over using this valley fold that's already in place. Once we have that, just take this flap and fold it over to the left. Alright, and once we have that, let's unfold and do that 2 more times. So it's kind of confusing, so I'll just show you these again. If you've already mastered it, you can skip on ahead. So once we've folded that, we're going to lift up this mountain fold here, and then fold along the crease we've already established, and just take this flap and fold it down. Then unfold, and once more. Let's take this fold here, fold it back into place, lift up in this mountain fold, and fold on this existing crease. And let's flatten, and there we go. Now all that we need to do is collapse the model using the creases we've already made. So to do this, let's refold this flap that we just made. And what we want to do now is take this diagonal mountain fold, lift it up. What we want to do is fold it over using this valley fold here. So we want to, this is basically part of the fish base that we folded earlier. And we want to collapse it down like that. And now we just want to keep going around the octagon and doing this. Let's just fold over like so. And you may have to push the creases in from the side a bit to get them to go into place. And again, this is one of those little flaps here. Let's just flatten that down. And then we'll keep going around. Lift up on this diagonal mountain fold. Fold over on the valley fold that's already there. And then fold up on this mountain fold here, and then collapse it over on this valley fold. And then once we get this far, it's going to be a little difficult because the paper is so wrapped around. So what we want to do is lift up this flap here before we do the next one. And then we kind of want to collapse it all at once, which is going to be a little difficult, but let's do it. So we'll pinch that mountain fold to reinforce it just in case it came out of alignment or something. But then we'll fold over on that existing valley fold. And then we'll just flatten down using that mountain fold there. And then push down to bring this valley fold back into shape. And then we're going to fold over using that mountain fold and this valley fold next to it. And then we want to just bring this last flap down into place. And then let's flatten everything. And that is how you make a traditional origami Tato. Now, if you want to add some variation and design to it, because let's be honest, this is kind of boring, I should have a tutorial up, or a mini tutorial up next Friday. So, I will see you then. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that last tutorial, please feel free to subscribe, and check out my other tutorials also listed on this page. Anyway, I'm Sam, and I will see you next Tuesday, or in this case, on Friday.